So we'll start with an opening statement from Coach, and then we'll get into your all's questions, just like we've done the last couple of times. So go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, currently right now we got 12 guys out for COVID related situation. We've recently had 2 opt-outs. Chris Daniels and Maurice Massey have opted out of the season. And then we had 1 senior, Daniel Ellinger, is elected to move on and pursue something outside of football. So with that, had a great Wednesday practice today. It was a hot one, tested us mentally, and we're continuing to work through our, Alabama prep. And it was a good, we've exchanged scouts, and so learning how to work with scouts on both sides of the ball and continue to try to
chills and muscle pain. Some participants in the trial also developed fever.
There you go. Lost my train of thought. That I'll open up for questions.
All right, Dave, you got the first question here. Go ahead. Hope you're feeling better.
Thank you. Massey, how does that impact your receiver group? How is that group looking right now with, what you have available?
Yeah, wish them well. We'll find a way. We got multiple receivers. We got a lot of guys that have been playing really well fall camp. We feel good about that position. That's why we went and got 2 grad transfers.
All right, guys, get your hands raised.
Or don't. It's fine. We done.
Sweetie, go ahead.
Eli, I know you said 12 players, COVID situations. I guess how many of those are positives or just contact tracing? I guess is there a differentiation there?
I mean, not to me.
Max, go ahead.
I mean, Suichi, out is out. I mean, so whether they got it or whether they're contact trace, out is out. They can't be around us, so it doesn't. I mean, there's no reason to get into the numbers game and hype. It's just we're down 12 guys, so it is what it is.
Coach, you said from this point forward, if players are out, they're out. Does that mean 12 players are out for the Alabama game?
Bingo.
Gabe, go ahead.
That's as of Sunday's test. We tested again today, so I mean, I anticipate whether who knows. We'll see, but that's as of right now. Yes, 12.
Just as somebody that's involved with college football and a college football fan, what was your reaction? Big Ten's playing again. Pac-12 is maybe talking about playing again. Is this a good day for the sport?
Yeah, I got enough crap to worry about playing Alabama. I can't figure out whether or not the Big Ten and Pac-12 are going to yo-yo around and play football with us or not. I mean, they're playing great. Love it. Love the game. Awesome game. It's unbelievable for our country. It's great for our universities. It's great for our towns when we play. It's great for our young men. I personally think it's the greatest game in the world. So if they elect to play, great. If they don't, that's on them. I got enough crap to worry about with preparing for Alabama and figuring stuff out at Mizzou. So I don't really.
Colin,
great game though.
Colin, go ahead.
Hey, Sean, real quick, by the way, could I get record permission?
Yes.
I didn't get it earlier. And then Eli, I know you guys announced your plans earlier this week in terms of continuing your work in terms of racial injustice and making an impact in the community. How did you guys get to deciding on the foster community and foster care system as at least the first area where you were ready to go and make a change?
Yeah, you know what? That's a great question. If you right now there's over 400,000 kids in foster care. That would mean if we sold Faroe Field for 8 home games, that would be the number that's in foster care. And why not help? Why not help? Kids. It's not that ain't fair. It's just not fair to them. And so we're trying to help support families so that they don't have to put kids in foster care. So if we can answer and help some needs, and the things are, we have no idea who these people are. All we know is the cases, and we divide up into 4 different, sophomores, freshmen, junior, and seniors, and they get a weekly budget of what they can fix and not fix, and help and not help, and it's just been an awesome experience for them, and it's been an awesome experience for us. And as players and coaches, you become grateful and for what you have, but you also become grateful for being able to help. And it's been great. Obviously, the backpacks were something that we felt, Mizzou for change. Why not give out Mizzou backpacks into the community and fill them with school supplies so they're just action steps. So much of this world is caught up in posting 140 characters on Twitter, but that's the end of the substance. We want to be people of substance. Back in the day, you actually had to do something for your opinion to matter. Now, I guess if you just post on social media, people think it matters. We felt like as a team and a football program that our voices would be the loudest if we were putting action behind it, and that's what we've chosen to do.
Mitch, go ahead.
Eli, I'm curious if at this point whether any of these positive tests have been contact traced back through to being spread through the facility, or if you still feel as though the spread through the team activities has been mitigated.
Honestly, Mitchell, I don't know. We haven't been contact traced through the facility. A lot of these guys, it's roommates. For everyone positive, they're usually the roommates are also contact traced, and then, but we haven't. Not that we know of. I'm not a doctor, and our trainer's not a doctor, but we don't know of anything that's caused that to be the case, Mitchell, to be honest. So I don't think so, but I can't speak empirically on that data.
Peter, you're up.
Yeah, Eli, what I guess is with 12 people out already, what's the level of concern about if this game will be able to get played if tests continue showing up positive?
I mean, I'm not Miss Cleo. I mean, I can't forecast the future. I just take the results that come to me right now. We got 12 guys missing. We got 11 man roster. So, I mean, I don't know. Right now we're fine. Not worried about it. But,
okay.
Again, get with me tomorrow. We just got tests today, and get with me Friday. We take another test Friday, then we take another test Sunday, and, but I can't forecast the future. Crud, if I'd have done that, I'd have reinvested in the stock market, but I didn't.
Eric Blom, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, what advice do you think you would have given yourself, 10 days before the season started? Obviously, you're 10 days out, but what advice do you think you would have given yourself December 10th if you had told yourself the laundry list of things that have been unconventional you kind of had to go through in your first 9 months here?
I have no idea. I mean, that's a pretty deep question, man. I just got out of a Wednesday practice with people cramping and all this. I mean, we got people opting out, and you're asking me what I would do differently. Yeah. Give me a minute, I'll think about it.
It's not necessarily what you do differently, but like
advice, like when I took the job, like walking off the podium, if I could tell myself now what I knew then.
Sure.
Yeah, stick to the plan. Just stick to the plan. Just stick to the plan. Don't get swayed by every changing of the wind and all that different stuff. Stick to the plan. We got a plan, work the plan. So that's what we're doing.
Is that harder to do with the unconventionalness of a pandemic or anything like that?
It's really hard. It's really hard. Everybody wants you to have a reaction. Everybody wants you to change course. Well, you got this, you got to do this, you got to do this. Stick to the plan, write it out. That's why I, again, value Greg Sankey and his leadership in the SEC. He stuck to his plan the whole time, and feel like he's placed our conference in a great position. So I think that's what I tell myself. Just continually stick to the plan and don't veer from it.
Kaufman, you're up.
Coach, we've seen a lot of opting out throughout college football, and then some are opting to opt back in. I guess this is probably not any signed contract here. So if one of those players decide to come back, would they be allowed, like midway through the season? Kind of what do you – I know it's all new, but is there any sort of policy behind opting out and opting back in?
Yeah, I don't know. We signed – I mean, you have to sign the paperwork that we have and sign to opt out. I mean, no, if they don't feel safe, then they don't feel safe. And if it's COVID related, they, unless I guess we would get a vaccine or something like that. But I don't anticipate either one of those guys wanting to opt back in based on our conversations.
Dave, go ahead.
Eli, how close can you be to just a normal, like a game week routine? I know it's not a game this week, but have you gotten to where you can have that yet, or is everything different this year round?
Well, everything's a little bit different because we had 25 practices over 42 days. Typically in a game week, we'd be able to practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, mock game Saturday, come back Sunday and have a walkthrough, 2 weeks before. But because they only allow us to have 25 practices, tomorrow we cannot practice. We can only meet. Friday we can practice. Saturday we can practice. Sunday we can't. Monday we can't. So it's just we're all limited on the number of total practices we have. So it's not quite there yet. We are trying to implement, the Toughness Tuesday and Winning Wednesday, but not quite able to get that there.
Ben, go ahead.
Eli, how do you, adjust on the fly to account for 12 guys all of a sudden being gone and not knowing what's going to happen the next time? I mean, are there tangible adjustments that you make?
I mean, we just adjust our roster, and this is who's available. We've adjusted the way we practice. Coach Woods brought a really good idea. Him and Coach Gibbs, brought some really good ideas. One that UAB did, Coach Gibbs, what he did in the NFL, and how we can both utilize each other as we call it crossover periods, so that we can both give reps. Right now our offensive line is and specialists are really struggling, and that's probably those big guys we're already down a little bit on the offensive line, just total number of bodies and injuries anyway. So those guys are having to get quite a bit extra work, but you got to make do. They're going to tee it up the 26th, and everybody in Missouri is going to expect that we're prepared. So we're going to get ready.
Suichi, go ahead.
Hey, Eli, I was wondering, what can players do when they're in quarantine, like team activities? Like, I'm assuming they're like Zoom meetings and stuff.
Yeah, all of our meetings are on Zoom. All of our position meetings are on Zoom. So anybody that's quarantined or in isolation can do that. But other than that, that's it.
Bennett, go ahead.
Eli, you said over the weekend a couple times that this is just unlike anything you've ever seen. I imagine that nothing can really prepare you for those conversations with Maurice or Chris or anyone who's considering opting out, but how do you sort of approach those conversations when they come up in this situation?
Yeah, I've been up front from the beginning. If somebody chooses to opt out, and we have their back, we support them and wish them well, and then we carry on. We want to make sure that they're taken care of academically and taken care of in the training room and whatever aspects we can help them. But we're moving on with the guys that want to be that are wanting to play this year. And it's a different dynamic because individually you respect them and wish them well, but then get to snap back in and do what's best for the team moving forward. And like I said, we wish them well and know that they're going to be taken care of academically but now we got to focus on the guys that are going to be here and are going to help us contribute to winning this season. And so it's two sides.
All right, guys, we got two more. First from Jack and then from Kaufman. So go ahead, Jack.
Coach, a couple weeks ago, you said that you guys had a long way to go in terms of getting the offensive install right. How far have you guys come since then, and what have some of the challenges been?
Overall install, the offense it's in, it's the execution that's just flawed. And that's just all based on reps. Football is easily, you can put on a board all you want, but it's the only game when you snap the football, there's 22 people moving at full speed, and you have to react accordingly. And so offensively, you got to get all 11 people on the same page. And, we've had a lot of different lineups, and that's not ideal for cohesive football. And so we're trying to continue to build the chemistry and camaraderie with a group that's consistently going to be there and do the very best we can. Like I said, it's just not ideal from a consistency standpoint.
And Kaufman, close us out here.
Coach, we saw that Taylor Powell decided to transfer from the program last week. I know you said from the beginning you're not going to announce a starting quarterback, but have you decided at least? Can you let us know if you've decided on one? Is there a starting quarterback right now, whether or not you're going to tell it to us or not?
No. there's not a starting quarterback right now, but there will be on September 26th. But no, there's not a starting quarterback.
All right, we'll let Coach go with that one. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Coughlin was trying to sneak in so he could ask somebody, hey, who's getting all the reps with the ones? Good try. Sources say, I got sources that say, so-and-so's the starting quarterback. Come on, man. You think this is first rodeo? Great. I coached 7th grade football. Same thing. Who's the starting quarterback for the green and gold team? Good try, Coughlin.
The 7th grade parents. Thanks. Hey, real quick, for those of you who are still on, we're going to try and get on the back end. So Eli's press conference